All right, so I believe that we are recording now. My name is Dan Heffern, and me, along with Brian Workman, make up Team 5 Espressos. We are a full-service web design agency out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we're in the fold with Harold to kind of help you guys facilitate a respectful conversation. This time along a very important topic, especially given the current political climate in our country. Hey, so I'm going to give you guys some instructions today on what it looks like to log into the site, as well as actually publish the writings that you'll be doing on each of your respective months. So right now I'm at respectfulconversation.net. This will look a little bit different on Friday when this officially starts. But still the instructions will be true. So hey, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom, and like there's this orange link for primary contributor login, and then so in part of this email that you must have gotten in order to find this video, I will have sent you a login information as well as a password. If that information doesn't work, please let me and Brian know, and we can kind of get things fixed. So this is where you'll log in, and you just click that, and then you don't want to save that password for today. So now that we're back in, but we have a little bit more editing capabilities from here. So now that you're logged in, we'll go under Reforming Political Discourse, and because we don't actually have the blog posts feeding into the homepage, you'll actually go over to the conversation, which is where we'll have the feed of posts set up. And then this is where you'll actually go to post things. So I've got a couple things that I need to say about that, but first I'll actually show you what it looks like to post your entry. So about 5 minutes ago, I posted this first really great Latin masterpiece of a blog post, just so that you guys could see that there's something here for now. But what it'll look like when it's time for you guys to post things, you just click up on here into post new entry, and then it'll load up this editor. And essentially, if you can edit a Word document, you can post things to this site. This isn't very difficult. So you'll just do your awesome postings title, and then odds are you'll have your content to put into there too. You can write it in here, or you can copy and paste it from something like a text document or Microsoft Word. If you are going to be actually composing in here, I know on a previous video, Brian suggested that you go over here and click this plus sign to kind of just get a full screen environment to edit on. It's a little much for me, so I'll go back to this. Just to kind of show you what things will look like from in here, what you can do is you can do a lot of different formatting options. So if you have a headline here, if you highlight that, you can go into this format drop down and change font sizes or alignments, or switch things out to headings to kind of better organize your piece. Or if you have the idea to bold some things, or say you really like this Maecenas elementum lactus in varius propotor. You guys are pretty intelligent, so you feel free to correct my first time attempt at Latin. But so you can italicize things right there, underline. Then there's a couple other things that you can do here. You can make bulleted lists or numbered lists. You can take an entire section and kind of do an indent if you're quoting something, as well as a different kind of indent here that's not necessarily like quote styled, but that kind of indents all of what you had highlighted. So this editor right here is called the WYSIWYG editor, which means what you see is what you get. Chances are this is where you will be editing things. If you are comfortable with things like raw HTML or textile markdown languages, like feel free to do the editing in there. Do hit save before you do that switch over, just because I know that this older version of Squarespace isn't as good at auto-saving things as you go. A couple more things to check out is over on the left. Like it's very possible that some of you will have links to go to other pages, whether it's links to other respectful conversation articles or if it's something else that you've written. So there's this chain icon here that's just for linking. So I had some text highlighted, I hit the link, and then I can be like, I really want to go to 5espressos.com, my business's website. And then once you have that published and you click on that, that'll go to there. See if there's anything else that you guys need to really know for this stuff. Okay, yeah, I see a couple different things, but I'll get back to that in just a second. When you're about ready to post things, what you can do is hit save and close, and you'll actually see your post show up on the bottom here. The way that we have the layout of the site is that the oldest posts come first, so that somebody who's coming to the site after the fact can kind of get a better grasp of the conversation as a whole. So if you guys are in later months, in order to see where your post actually published to, you may have to like go through some pagination down here on the bottom. So let's actually click into your post here, and we will just edit. I've got a couple more things that I want to show you. One thing that we do want for you guys to do when you are in here is to go into your categories here and select the topic that you are contributing to. So because this is all in Latin, of course this has to be for the immigration. That has to be for immigration. So we'll just click into there. It shows up right there. It's all fine. If you have different like subcategories or different kind of topics that your post might be related to, feel free to add tags. That kind of just allows for a different navigation that kind of goes beyond just this conversation. But that's not necessary. So you've got your post, you've edited it, you've formatted it the way you want to, you've set the category. And then one last thing is, what you'll want to do is this button right here to the left of the WYSIWYG drop down is this thing called Define Excerpt. So there are certain areas where we will not actually be posting the full clip of the post. And so what you'll want to do in that case is highlight over a spot that you would want to be the excerpt. Click that button, and that defines the excerpt. So then you hit save, and you should be good to go. Now, one note is that when you are copying a document like from Microsoft Word or Apple Pages into this editor, sometimes there will be some formatting that kind of gets pulled over. So once you hit save and close, like do go and look at your post to kind of make sure that there's no like just rogue formatting or that everything kind of looks like it should. But outside of that, you guys should be good to go. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys each have to say and the dialogue that is created around reforming political discourse. It's a very timely conversation, and I'm glad to be able to play a small part. Again, you guys can contact Brian or I regardless of like what questions you might have. I think you're able to do the posting on your own, but if you run into some snags, let us know and we can help you out. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And I look forward to communicating with each of you soon.